What's up, guys? It's Mass African Empire here. It's been a long time. We are trying to keep up with this video thing, but sometimes we don't get the time to do the videos. But yeah, when we get time, we'll try. We'll try to give you guys some videos. Today I just want to look into a couple of pairs. Some of them I shared the analysis on our Facebook page, so I'll just go through some of those pairs that I have here. I think I'm gonna look into EURCHF, GBPNZD, USD-CAD, EURCHF. What's the other one? NZD-CAD, NZDCHF, and then lastly I'll look into GBP USD. Since we have Euro CHF on the screen, let me start with it. So as you can see here, we can see that Euro CHF was giving us a downtrend like that, and then all of a sudden we saw that change of character there, and with that, let me just identify that change of character. So we have a change of character there. That's the first thing that I notice on Euro CHF, right? And then with that change of character, I'm expecting that this pair would look for maybe an order block there, or maybe use an order block there. If we use a Fibonacci, let's see where we stand on those. Where is it? Okay, there it is. If we use a Fibonacci, we're going to realize that okay, so we have 0.38.2 here, and then we have 61.8 here. So there is a possibility for this pair to use this the zone, the 38.2, and then go up, or there is a possibility for this pair to go a little bit deeper and use 61.8 before it can continue to go up. But right now, as you can see, I feel like this pair it's being rejected on the 38.2. It's respecting 38.2. Also, if it's going to respect 38.2, then it means this is a flag or a wedge that we might use to go all the way up there. So we're going to use this one, the 38.2 for now. We're going to use the 38.2 because it shows that it's the one that is that price is respecting currently. So we are going to use the 38.2. But if this pair can decide to go a little bit deeper, then it means our stop loss will be hit. Then what we are going to do when it gets to 61.8, we are going to get an entry here, and then we double our lot to try and recover the loss that we made on this movement here. So for now, we're going to give our risk on 38.2 and hope for this pair to go up. And then going up, I want to believe that there is a QML here. There is a nice QML there, which I believe that it's gonna hold us there and give us a rejection. There is a QML here. So this pair, I suppose that it'll go up to that QML, and then from there we're going to see it melting, going down like that. And also, if we use let's see, yes, if we do something like if you connect these guys here, we are going to get the triple R FOZ strategy here. So we have, here's the double R FOZ. So we have the fake out zone here, which I believe we might we should break this the triple R or the double R. We should break into the FOZ before we can continue to go down. So let me just clean this. Let me just clean this right away. And like I said, for now, let me take out that order block there. We are going to use it only if this pair decides to go down to Fibonacci 61.8. But for now, we are going to assume that this pair has been rejected on 38.2. Therefore, if it does, let me just draw that wedge. There is a little wedge here, which I believe with a proper breakout, then that will be a confirmation that we are indeed going up. Let me just use different colors. Let me just use different colors. So we have an IOB here. Normally, yeah. Yes, so we have an IOB there, and then we have an R here, we have an R there. So we have an FOZ here, which we believe that this pair will go into it, tap into the FOZ before it can continue to go down. So let me just put this guy. Let me just put this guy here, and then I don't know if we can. Okay, I think let me look for something nice. Let me look for something nice to use. Okay, but it's okay. Let me not waste time on that. Let me just take this one. Let me just take this one. So from there, this is where I'm expecting this pair to be rejected. So I'm expecting this pair to be rejected. It's around 0.9983. It's around that point. So if you are going to trade this one, then it means our sell stop, our sell limit will be around 0.983. This is where our sell limit will be, and then our stop loss can just be above that high. It can be just above that high, because sometimes the market also uses this zone here to manipulate whoever got into this trade using the QML. So we can just put our stop loss just above that high there, and then our take profit, because I believe we are going to take out this low here, so we can target maybe this order block here. That's where our take profit will be. So it's around 250 pips, and then your stop loss will be 40 pips. So yeah, that is 1:6 risk ratio, right? Risk reward ratio 1:6. That's good. So yeah, that is EURCHF, right? So EURCHF, this is what we are expecting on EURCHF. So entry here, we exit there. Whatever that happens after that, then we are going to look into it after that. But we are expecting that since this will be a break of structure or a change of character rather, we are going to then look for an order block there before you can continue to go down. But that will be something we can look into after we reach our target. And then the second pair that we are going to look into, it's GBPNZD. GBPNZD. What do we have on GBPNZD? Okay, GBPNZD, already I can see there's something nice there. I think I can just use a smaller time frame. Okay, I think M30 should be okay. Okay, the first thing that that I noticed on this one is a change of character there. That is very important. We have the COC. We have a COC here. That's the first thing that I notice on GBPNZD. So with that, we are saying we should be looking forward to see this pair looking to tap into one of the order blocks here. It might be this one, it might be the first one. I call this one the institutional order block, and then I call that one the original order block. So in this case I feel like we're going to use the original order block. With this, we don't expect this pair to pass that high there. We don't expect it to pass that high. So whatever that it's going to do, we expect it to be below this high, right? So the second thing that I've noticed is it's a QML here. We have a QML. We have a QML here, and then we have, let's see, and then there was a consolidation there which created equal highs. So with those equal highs, I believe that we should break those equal highs at least before you can continue to go down. So those equal highs, at least we know that we have to break them before we can continue to go down. So we expect this pair to go beyond these equal highs, right? And then let's see if trend line can give us something. Let's see if trend lines can give us something, and then that, and then that. Okay, we connect those ones. Yes, so with trend lines we can get something like that. Let me use different colors. Let me use different colors for trend line, and also I can just use dotted lines. I can just use dotted lines, right? And then I can see, let me see. Yes, I can see those highs there, which I also believe that we need to break them. We need to break those highs. So let me see what's going on. Okay, yes. So we have a nice OB there. We have a nice OB there. So we can say we have an R here, we have an R here, and then this will be our figured zone. that will be our OOB. Okay, so in this case, I want to believe that this pair, there is a possibility for it to give us this move, give us that move before it can melt. Before it can melt, it might give us that move before we can see it melting. Yes, so we might see something like that. So my entry in this case, I'm expecting my entry to be around, I think around 1.997. I think around 1.997. That will be my entry. So my sell limit will be 1.997. No, 1.998, right? 1.998. That will be my entry, and then my stop loss. My stop loss will just be above this order block here, just above. There is a possibility, because I can see that there is another QML up there, so there is a possibility for this pair to go beyond this order block here and use the QML above. So we're just going to stay safe here. Our entry for this order block, we're just going to use 1.998, and then our stop loss just above that other block, I think 30 pips, 25 pips, 30 pips, yeah, 30, just 30 pips above that entry point. So what happens is that if we hit our stop loss, then it means we are not going to use this order block here. Then the next thing that we're gonna do is to wait for it to get to that QML there. That is going to be our recovery entry. We're going to enter there, and then our stop loss just be above that high. It just be above that high, and then our take profit will be, we just hold it for that long, and use a doubled lot to recover for the entry that we are supposed to take here. So yeah, this is GBPNZD. We are expecting something like this from GBPNZD. We have an FOZ here, we have an order block there, there's a change of character. So we said with the change of character, we don't expect this guy to break that high. Rather, he has to play on this field here, just below that high. He has to play on that field, so he has the right to go all the way up to that QML. So if you are going to take this entry on this QML, then we should know that there is a possibility for this guy to go beyond this QML up to and use the one above there. So there is that possibility, and we need to take caution when you take this trade, but we can just take it. Like I said, we can just take it, and then if it happens to hit our stop loss, then we're gonna give our second entry, our re-entry at this QML, then we can recover our lost money. Let's go on. We have, was that, we have USD CAD, I think. USD CAD. Okay, I already had an analysis on it. So USD CAD is similar to GBPNZD. Also, the first thing that I noticed here, it's a change of character. That's the first thing that I noticed on USD CAD. Let's just do that. You have a COC here, and then with that we are saying we don't expect this guy to break that high. we don't expect this guy to break that high. Rather, we expect him to use this playground here just below that high. Then he can go down. So what do we have? Let's see, just like GBPNZD, let's try and see if we can have a trend line coming into our resort here. Let's see if we can have a trend line coming into our resort. And then one of the things that I notice here is those equal highs. Those equal highs there. It's one of the things that I notice. Equal highs. We have equal highs here. So with equal highs, we need to break them. We need to break them before we can drop. We need to break those equal highs. And then what do we have here? Let me see what's going on. Okay, so all right, so that this, okay, so we're going to use this guy. We're going to use that other block there. That is the one that you're gonna use. Let's use this order block. That's the original one, right? So you're going to use this original order block. Let me go back to my black candlesticks. I'm not used to the colorful candlesticks. So yeah. Okay. So like I said, we need to break these guys, the equal highs, before we can drop. So we expect this pair to break these before it can continue to go down. So by so doing, there is a possibility for him to just tap on that order block, then we can have a drop. And then for people who are using waves, I think we can have something like this. I'm not sure. Then we need the last wave, which is the wave 5. I'm not an expert when it comes to the Elliott waves and all that, because one thing that I've learned is that with the Elliott waves, there are calculations that are made, there are rules and all that, but I'm not going to get into those. I'm just gonna use the 5-wave rule, whereby we say the fifth touch, that is where we are expecting our drop. So for those who are using Elliott waves, forgive me for violating whatever rules that maybe I violated in your concept. So let's see. So that other block, okay. So we break that, we break this, we break that. Okay. So USD CAD, we expect you to run all the way up there. Then we expect you to drop. We expect you to drop on the 5th wave. This is why we expect USD CAD to drop. We expect USD CAD to drop when it gets to this point. So our entry, we can get our entry around 138.1. I think 138.1 would be ideal. 138.1. And then our stop loss, like I said, we don't expect this pair to break this high here. So our stop loss can just be just a little bit above that high, and then our take profit, we can just go all the way down with this pair, 260 pips, 250 pips, or even use this low here. We can use that low, that will be around 240 pips. That will be our take profit. Risk ratio 1:7, right? 1:7 risk ratio. So this is what we expect on USD CAD. And then let's get into what's next. Is it Euro AUD? I think Euro AUD, there is something on Euro AUD. What is there on you, brother? Okay, I think I found something. One of the things that I noticed just now, we had a break of structure here. We had a break of structure here, and then we came down to look for an order block. Where is that gentleman? Yes, we came down to look for an order block. So the order block was using this candle here, the red candle here. This was supposed to be our order block. Let me just refine it to this candle here. Let me just refine it to that candle there. So we came down to look for that other block, then we continued to go up. So we expect that this pair should also break this structure here. It should also break that structure here. It should go up and then maybe come back to look for an order block, then continue to go up. So let's see if we can have, I think we can have a trend line or something. Yeah, I think we can. Is it going all the way down there? Yes, it is. It is going down all the way down there. So we expect, okay, so there was equal highs here. We broke them, then we came to retest, and then we continue to go up. Okay, that's nice, but we don't need that, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so okay, so what I can see here is that we have where are you going, nigga? We have an R here, which is the resistance. We have another resistance here, and then I want to believe that there is a possibility that this here price is on our fake out zone. There is a possibility that price is in a fake out zone. So if that's the case, then we might see this pair dropping a bit, and then that's when it can continue to go up. So there is that possibility for it to drop, and also maybe to take out that low first, and then that's when it can continue to go up. And also there is a possibility that they might just retest here and then continue to go up. Let's see if this trend line here can give us a target. We're just gonna okay, so we expect this pair to go all the way up there. If you're going to use this trend this way, then we are expecting this pair to go all the way up to that point, or to the other side of the trend before it can fall. So now I think because I have two scenarios here. The other scenario is that we are in the FOZ. So if that's the case, then we should see this pair dropping all the way, down to the trend line, and also maybe use an order block here before it can continue to go up. That is if we are in an FOZ. And then the other scenario is that we might use this zone here as a breakout retest, then we can continue to go up. So what we are going to do, is that we are going to trade this one first. We are going to trade this one first. So our entry will just be the current market price. I think the current market price is fine. We can just use the current market price, and then our take profit, even though I cannot see. Okay, so our take profit will be around 150, 1.564 or 1.563, and then your stop loss has to be tied, because we are saying there is a possibility for this guy to go down and touch on the trend line first. So our stop loss will just be very tight there. I think 25 pips, 25 pips. Yeah, 25 pips is it's okay. Just below this candle here. And then if we hit a stop loss, then it means we are going to activate the second scenario, whereby we expect this pair to bounce on the trend line and then go up. So we are going to then, if we hit a stop loss, then we're going to wait for this pair to use this order block here, and then our entry will just be there. But if it hits a stop loss, I'll make an update on our page on what to do. But this is what we are going to expect if we hit the stop loss on the first trade. But if we don't hit a stop loss, then it means we are going to ride this guy all the way up there, right? We're going to ride this guy all the way up there. And then what's next? Let me just do a nice one. Can you help us, nigga? Yes, he can. Okay. I think I can just use this one here. Yes, something like that. So we expect something like that, or if that first, then we expect to see something like this, right? I think I'm clear on that one. And then the next one will be AUDCHF. AUDCHF, what's going on you? AUDCHF, let's see. Okay, so AUDCHF has been trending downwards. I don't know if it's time for this guy to. It's been trending downwards. As you can see, that trend line is passing right where we are currently. Okay. Okay, so right now what I see is that this pair has created a double bottom on a trend line. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. And then one thing that I've noticed is that we had equal lows here, which we just broke. That is good. That is a good sign. If we break this equal lows, then we know that there is a possibility for a price to just break the equal lows and then continue to go up. So we have those equal lows, so we should expect this pair to go up after this. And then also there is this other strategy that I once shared, whereby I said if we have a zone like this one where where we would expect price to be rejected, but rather price break that that zone. Then on that strategy, I said we should expect price to come back, break into that zone. Then from there it can retest on that zone. Then it can continue to go up. So those are one of that is one of the confirmations that we are going to look for. But currently, the double bottom is building up, so we can take a trade. We can take a trade on the current market. We can take a trade on the current market, and then our stop loss will just be below those bottoms, just below the bottoms, and then our take profit will be, I think we can target these two highs here. That would be our take profit. And also for people who are trading counter trend lines, I don't know if you ever heard of counter trend lines. Let me just use a dotted line here, and then you please be blue. For people who are trading counter trend lines, what they normally do is that they'll draw a trend line in between the larger trend, right? This line here, if price ever break that line, then they would expect a retest, then a pair. They expect a pair to continue to go up. If they break that line, that is called a counter trend line. So yeah, for people who are using counter trend line, they're just gonna wait for this pair to break their counter trend line, and then that will be a confirmation that this price is, this pair is going up. So I'm just gonna use, I can just use this one. Yes, I can just use this one. So AUDCHF, our entry, current market price, stop loss just below those bottoms, and then we should expect this guy to go all the way up there. And also there is a possibility for a breakout. Also there is a possibility for this price to break out and continue to go up. And then that's so many. Let me get into, is it NZDCHF? Yes, I think NZDK, even NZDCHF is looking nice. So you can apply, because one thing that I've realized is that what I see on NZDCHF, it's also taking place on NZDUSD. So what I'm gonna do on NZDCHF right now, please try to apply it also on NZDUSD, because I don't think I'll cover NZDUSD because of time. So NZDCHF, we are going to apply this other strategy that I once shared. We had the equal lows here. We have the equal lows here, and then we have the equal lows here. Let me look for I think the strategy is here. Let me look for the strategy. So with this strategy, we normally have the equal lows, and then we have this zone here, which was supposed to hold our pair, but rather we saw a pair breaking out of that zone, promising us that it will retest and then continue to go down. But rather it decided to get back and break into that zone. So in that case, we are saying we should see this price also coming back to retest on that zone before it can continue to go up. So in this case, as you can see, a retest, and then we expect this pair to continue to go down, but now it is coming back into that zone. So in this case, we are expecting this pair to just that would be a change of character here to just give us a change of character. Come back and then look for an order block right here, then it can continue to go up. So for now, for people who like taking risks like me, I can just buy it now, expecting it to break here, retest, and then continue to go up. But the safest entry you can ever get, it will be after it break into this zone, retest that zone, then your entry will be there. This is the strategy that you are looking forward into, and like I said, you can apply the same strategy or the same setup on NZDCHF. I haven't looked into NZDCHF that much, but I think I saw something similar to NZDCHF. So we are expecting this guy here to give us something like what? Something like this, Okay, so this is what we are expecting. I think I can just put a smaller candlestick here. What's going on with you? Yes, just to balance that. So this is what we are expecting. Our entry will be on this zone. If we break and then we come back, we're just going to look for an order block here. Normally the order block will just be right on this zone. So our entry will just be here, and then our take profit, I think we can just exit when we get to this high, or we can just take it to the last high there, the previous high. We can just take it there, but normally to be safe, you can target this one and then lock your profits. If it goes there, then it's a bonus, right? It's a bonus. And then NZDCHF, we are done with you. What else? We have NZDCHF. We have NZDCHF. Okay, so NZDCHF, I can see it's an opposite of you guys, U and U, right? It's an opposite of U and U. So the first thing that I notice here is a QML. I notice a QML here. Let me just label that. I notice a QML here. Do I need to label that? No, I don't need to. Okay, so that's the first thing that I noticed on NZDCHF. Remember that NZDCHF and NZDCHF, they are both NZDXXX. So there is a possibility for them to have a bullish movement, both of them. So yeah, let's see if we can have something that supports a bullish movement on NZDCHF as well. So we had an equal highs here, which we need to break. We need to break this equal highs at some point, and then there was those supports. We have those supports, the first one, the second one here, and then the third one here. So with those supports, we are seeing there's our fake out zone. There's our fake out zone. And then for people who are using patterns or even trends, patterns, you're going to have what you call flag reversal, right? Flag reversal, falling flag reversal. So for people who are using patterns, we are going to have flag reversal. I think the FOZ that I need to use, let me not use this one, let me use this FOZ here. That one we are already done with it. Let me use a different one. In colors, let me bring in blue, and then the FOZ that I'm looking forward to is this one. So currently this pay is still above there. I expect it to break into the fake out zone, and also I believe there might be a nice order block there. Yes, there is. So this is the order block. There's the order block. Let me go back to my, yes. So I expected this guy to just tap, just a little tap on that block, then we can go up. So do I have something that can give me that? I think you can do that. So just a little tap, then you can go up. I think right on the FOZ, that will be 0.55 for 330 or 400, 350, 350, yeah, 350, and then our stop loss will just be above here, I mean below here. Let's see, 350, and then our stop loss will just be here. Take profit, you can just take out those weaker highs. We can just take out them, or we can use them. That will be 165 pips. If we take out them, if we take them out, that will be that will be 200 pips, 218 pips. So yeah, your choice. Take out the equal highs, or exit when you get to the equal highs. So this is the setup on NZDCHF, right? Our entry is here. We tap into the FOZ. That FOZ is sitting on the OOB. Let me just label that. Let me just label you. OOB is sitting on the OOB. So we just hit that, and then we continue to go up. So we have NZDCHF, we have NZD-CAD, we expect it to break into, then retest, then it goes up. Then we have AUDCHF already. We can enter now the current market price, and also we are going to have another entry after we break this this high here. If we break this high, or if we break this counter trend line, we're going to have another entry there. And then Euro AUD, we said we can enter now, and then our stop loss will just be here. Then expect this pair to go up. If it goes beyond our stop loss, then we are going to expect it to use this trend line to be rejected. Then we are going to get another entry here. Rather, we are going to get an entry here which will be used to recover the lost money on the first entry. So we're going to have an entry here. We expect it to go all the way up there. And then USD-CAD, we expect the USD-CAD to tap into that other block there, and also that by so doing it will be breaking this equal highs, and also by so doing it will be completing the fifth wave before a drop. And then GBPNZD, the other block here, that's where we expect this guy to drop. And also we said with GBPNZD there is a possibility for this guy to use the QML above instead of this one. So if he decides to use the QML above, then it means our entry here, it would have hit stop loss just above. So we are going to use the QML here to recover for that lost money. And then EURCHF, we are saying EURCHF, we expect it to use the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement zone, so there is a possibility for it to go to that QML before a drop. So our entries will just be here. For those who want to take advantage of this move, they can take advantage of this move. Your stop loss will just be below the 38.2 zone, right? Then we expect this pair to continue going up. Entry there, and then we go down. I think that'll be it for this week. If there's any opportunity that I see on the market, I'll definitely share with you on our Facebook page. Please subscribe into our channel. We are trying to grow this channel. Invite your friends. We need those views. To try and push this YouTube algorithm thing, right? Yeah, so with that, it'll be a good night from my side.